Hello students, today we are going to start microcanonical ensemble from statistical mechanics, and we will see what is the microcanonical distribution given by Gibbs. So first of all we will see what is ensemble. We have already know there are three different types of ensemble. First one is macrocanonical, second one is canonical, and third one is grand canonical. So, microcanonical ensemble resembles with the isolated system in thermodynamics. So, it does not exchange energy or number of particles with another ensembles. Such type of ensemble are called as microcanonical. Suppose this is a system or this is a container in which the system is there. How we can define or how we can find out the microcanonical ensemble? What we will do, we will group or we will find out the volume in which there are n, capital N, number of particles or molecules are available. Suppose this is one, there is another one, let's say this is another one. So, here the shape of the part or the portion does not depend. What depends is the number of particles in that ensemble. So it can have any random shape. Okay. But the thing is, when we go to macro level or we can study the quantum level, in that case these volumes are not varying much, right? So we can also get the same volume, but we are not talking about the volume. We are talking about the number of particles having average energy capital E. So, there can be n number of particles and the average energy of all the particles is E for that portion. Suppose I consider this portion of all the system, right? So, this is the microcanonical ensemble if n and E are fixed. This means the number of particles or any particle are not exchanged with these two or these two ensemble. Okay, so we generally use a phase space concept which has 6 dimensions. So we cannot imagine or I cannot draw here the 6 dimensional phase space here. So what we do, we generally represent one p axis for all three momentas and one coordinate axis q for all three coordinates. Okay. So we know classically we have p square upon 2m is equal to energy. So E is constant. So this means P is constant. It can be plus P or minus P. So we will get such graph. And these are okay. Suppose okay. So this shaded region I am drawing. This shaded region is the area of the region in phase space we are talking about. So this inner shell has energy is equal to E or let's say E naught, and the outer region has E naught plus delta E. So the change in this energy of particles can vary up to or by delta E, but it should be in between this. Then and only then we will call this type of ensemble or the portion of that system is to be canonical or microcanonical ensemble. Suppose there are number of particles here and I draw energy along this axis. So how can I plot this? As I know there are only certain range of particles present, so all the particles must be inside this. So whatever the distribution is will look like this. Okay. As I am changing this width of this distribution function, this peak will also change. So suppose in general, if this is distribution function, ignore the part drawn in negative axis, but suppose this is function, and then in this case this is the delta E, or change in energy or uncertainty in energy. Suppose we decrease this, so what will happen? The height also will change. Okay, so when the width is reducing, the height will increase. Suppose further we increase the height or decrease the width, the shape will look like as a red curve shown here. Suppose if we have very sharp line like this, so this can be regarded as a delta function, right? So for what is the Dirac delta? So Dirac delta of x minus x naught is equal to infinity when x is equal to x naught, right? This is infinity, otherwise it is 0. So only at x equal to x naught this function becomes infinite. So this function has actually have infinite length or infinite height, and width is approximately 0 or almost 0. So therefore this distribution function we can write in terms of Dirac delta. So we will write the same thing for canonical ensemble. Let's define one function, let's call phi, which is function of energy. So basically this must be constant because energy is constant, but as we have seen there can be some width, and to encounter that we will have Dirac delta function here. So there will be some constant, let's say c, into Dirac delta. Now here instead of x we will use the terms of energy, right? Because we are plotting the functions of energy. So let's say E minus E naught. So if the function has energy, if the particle has energy E naught, then only this distribution will exist, otherwise it will not exist. So instead of N and E we will plot phi and E, and we will get such curve. Okay, so here instead of initial value I will call this as E naught, and the total weight we will call delta E. Okay, so in this case this energy will be E naught minus delta E by 2, E naught minus delta E by 2, and here it will be E naught plus delta E by 2. So the energy of all particles or any particle is in between this region. Okay, outside that there will be no particle. So I will get only the particles having energy in between these two values. So I can define this phi if the energy is in between these two values, otherwise this distribution function will be 0. Similarly, as we have discussed in case of Dirac delta function. Okay, so this is for, okay, I will write in the next page. So phi of E is equal to some constant into Dirac delta. So this itself means that this must be some constant, okay, or basically this is infinity, but we know actually it cannot be infinite. So this is actually see when E is equal to E naught, and this will be equal to 0 otherwise, right? So we can define only this term, we can number this, let's say equation number 1. So this is the distribution function for particles in microcanonical ensemble. So when delta E tends to 0, the distribution will be exactly the Dirac delta function, otherwise it will have some width, right, as we have seen in the diagram. Now as we have discussed, this resembles with the isolated system in thermodynamics. So this is adiabatically isolated. So there is no exchange of energy in between two different ensembles. Now we have written just a distribution function for particles. Suppose we have to write the distribution for density, or we will call it density distribution function rho, which depends again on x, where x is the representation for particles for coordinates in phase space. So it includes all coordinates and momenta. So x, y, z, px, py and pz. So all are represented by single letter x. So this must be equal to some Dirac delta function, let's say E naught minus h, where h is Hamiltonian of the particle, which will also again depend on x and a. A is some external parameter which we are taking for sake of inclusion of all the perturbations or some fluctuations. And again there will be some normalization factor which we will denote as omega. This will be the function of again E naught and A. So this we will call as a density distribution function, or this, let's say equation number 2, this function is also called as Gibbs microcanonical function, microcanonical distribution function. This represents that the system has fixed energy and equilibrium. So we are considering that there is no perturbation, there are no fluctuations from outside. So such type of ensemble is called as microcanonical. Suppose we have to find out what is the normalization factor. So we can use the normalization condition rho of x dx is equal to 1. We use such kind of condition in quantum mechanics for normalization. Psi star psi or integration of that all over the space is equal to 1. So same condition we are applying here. Now we will substitute in this the last equation, equation number 2, this equation. So we will get this is equal to 1 upon omega, which is function of E naught and A. I will not repeat it. Integration of delta of E naught minus h over dx on the space x. So this is phase space, right? So all coordinates in phase space. Now from this, what we can do, we can find out the value of omega, because we know this is equal to 1, left hand side is equal to 1. So if we equate this with 1, then I can get omega is equal to, I will take it left hand side, and I will get omega is equal to integration over x and the integration of this Dirac delta, okay, all over the phase space. So let's call this as equation number 3. So this is our omega, which is the normalization factor. In quantum mechanics, the wave function itself has no physical meaning. We square it to get some physical meaning, which is probability. It has the meaning probability. Similarly, we will find out what is the physical meaning of this omega, which is the normalization constant. To know what is the physical meaning of that, we will integrate this sigma over the energy range, right? So what is energy range? It is E naught minus delta E upon 2, and here E naught plus delta E upon 2. So in between this range we will integrate, because outside that range it is 0. And let's call this as tau. So tau is also a function of E naught and A, as the omega is also function of these two variables. Or here instead of E naught it will be function of E and A, because here E is varying. So what is this omega? This is again the integration of density distribution, right? So we will write this as this integration as it is over E. I will not write limits again, and then over the x of delta variation, that is Dirac delta E minus h, which is Hamiltonian. Again it is function of x and external parameter A. So dx and de. Now x and e are independent parameters, so we can exchange or we can change the sequence of these integrations. We can either find out first the integration over E, that is over the energy, and then we can find the integration over space. So doing such things, we can get integration over phase space into integration of energy, Dirac delta. This is function of E minus H, and then dE first now, and then using this calculation we will get dx. So what will be the integration of this? We know the integration of any Dirac delta function is equal to 1 if the energy is in between these two. That is, if integration of x naught x minus x naught from a to b is equal to 1 if a is less than or equal to x naught is less than or equal to b. So the point must be in between, then only the integration is equal to 1. So in that case, this integration will be equal to 1, and so this tau is equal to integration over x, and that will become 1 into dx. So integration over the energy is equal to 1. So what is this? This is nothing but the volume of phase space, or we will call it as phase volume. Suppose we have 3-dimensional space, then integration of dx, dy and dz gives us the volume of that 3-dimensional space. Here there are all 6 coordinates: dx, dy, dz, dpx, dpy and dpz. So this represents the volume of the phase space, or we will call it as phase volume. Equation number 4. Now again, using the definition of tau, we had definition tau is equal to integration of this omega over dE. Suppose we take derivative on both sides with respect to energy, what we will get? d tau upon dE. Why partial derivative? Because tau can be depending on external factor a, so we are taking partial derivative. So this must be equal to omega. So integration and derivative will get cancelled eventually. So let's call this as equation number 5. So this omega represents the density of the phase volume, where tau is the phase volume enclosed by the energy surface. So that volume will have surface, and it has name energy surface because the energy is constant, and we are plotting this in energy axis instead of coordinate axis. Suppose we have d tau is equal to omega dE. So the volume under the phase space is given by this d tau. Okay, so we have drawn such type of graph. Here it was Q, it was P here, and this was the shaded region. So the volume of this strip, okay, so that will be given by this d tau, and let's call this as equation number 6. Also, we know from quantum mechanics that the average of any physical quantity is equal to its experimental value, average or expectation value we generally call it. So the experimental value of any function, let's say f, can be given by function f is given by, which is also the f experimental, which is also equal to experimental. Okay, so if we measure the value of any parameter and we find out the expectation value, that will be the same, and this will be 1 upon omega, which is just normalization constant, and integration over all the phase space f into, instead of psi star psi, we have density function, which is Dirac delta function E minus H naught, or E naught minus H over dx. So this is nothing but the ensemble average of any physical quantity f. Now remember, for microcanonical ensemble, this value is independent of time because there is no exchange of energy, and this everything here, it depends on just energy.